Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, guys, wherever you are on this beautiful world, whenever you're watching this video. Welcome to the Bitcoin family channel. For the newcomers, my name is Didi. Not walking and talking on the beach, not walking and talking in the snow, because out there it's freezing cold, it's windy, it's snowy, it's foggy, it's like 30 centimeters of snow in the last couple of days. That's my wife there on the back. Yes, she was in the video again. Yeah, you're missing her, I know that. And today, of course, talking about 4 amazing Bitcoin charts. I'm zooming in and zooming out, giving you a trading tip, giving you a travel tip, talking about the news, and of course answering a question and a live quote at the end. Let's first jump into the charts to see exactly what is happening in Bitcoin today. And yes, I wish you an amazing morning. Please start this morning with giving this video now already a beautiful thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Bam. The first chart for today, guys, is this 4-hour chart. On this 4-hour chart, we can see how Bitcoin has moved. I cleaned up the chart just to show you exactly what I see happening at the moment on the chart. Now, we will draw a few trend lines. One of the trend lines will be here on the top over there. We will have another trend line that will go somewhere here. And we will have another one just from here to there. So this is a certain pattern. I'm going to ask you to comment down below this video which pattern it is, because I can only tell you this is a bullish continuation pattern. And a bullish continuation pattern means that we're going to continue in a bullish way. Normally, the Bitcoin price would now move to this line, come down to that line, go up to that line, maybe even one more time, and somewhere it will break out. And it will break out somewhere to that 77K level. In between, of course, we could go up and down and like this something. But this pattern is a very important pattern at the moment on the 4-hour short-term time frame. Comment down below which pattern this is, and yes, one of the correct answers will get a free Bitcoin family t-shirt. Now let's quickly jump into some more important charts. We will start with this chart, guys. This chart is January 2013 to March 2013. What do we see here? The 2011 all-time high was $32. When we broke that over here, that is the moment we can see that we also doubled in price to 64 within, what is it? 1 month time, guys. Within 1 month, when we broke the all-time high, we doubled. Now let's take a look at the second chart. This is 2016-17. We can see over here, this was the all-time high, 1250. When we broke that all-time high over there, it took no more than 2 months before we doubled to 2,500 US dollar. Now let's take a look at the next bull market. The 2017 all-time high was 20K. Most of you still remember that. When we broke that one over here in 2021, it took no more than 2 months to double that previous all-time high from 20K to 40K. So every time, 1 to 2 months still now. Now, where are we at the moment? We just broke the 2021 all-time high. We are here in March. Will it again just take 2 months, April, May, before we reach the double of that all-time high, around 138K? If you look back in the past, technical analysts of the charts, every time it took a couple of months before we doubled. So people ask me, should I buy at 70K? If I look at those previous charts, yes, because you will double 70K in the next couple of months maybe. And if it will take longer, all the way into 2025, it's still doubling your capital within a year. Very interesting charts. This chart is showing you BTC USD versus gold. So the all-time high in Bitcoin expressed in gold was over here, this double top. We didn't make an all-time high yet this year, as you can see. So this blue line, there's a lot of upward movement still possible to these levels. We will, of course, also make a new all-time high when you express Bitcoin into gold. The traditional gold will slowly be replaced by the gold of the 21st century, Bitcoin. Then we have this chart of Plan B. For all the people always ask me, what is the safest way to invest in Bitcoin? One of the safest way is the one that is Plan B is sharing with you already for years. If you look at that green line, that's the most profitable line. The blue line, if you just buy a Bitcoin and hold a Bitcoin, that would now be the value of that Bitcoin, around 70K. That green line is outperforming that blue line. Why is that? That is when every time around the halvings, so 2 years around the halving, you buy all your Bitcoins 6 months before the halving, and you sell all your Bitcoins 18 months after the halving. If you would have done that in the last couple of cycles, every time again and again, buy 6 months before the halving, sell 18 months after the halving, you would have been this green line. You would have outperformed just hodling Bitcoin. If you trade in between the halvings, then you would have had that red line. You would have been underperforming. So if you ask me what is the most simple way that I don't need to trade, that I don't need to think, buy all your Bitcoins 6 months before the halving, sell them all 18 months up after the halving, and you will be outperforming hodl. So you dollar cost average and then outperform hodl. Now, the last chart for today is this chart over here. Very interesting to see as well. Yes, Bitcoin at the moment has a bigger market cap than silver, and it has also a bigger market cap than diamonds. Bitcoin at the moment is bigger than silver and diamonds. What is our next target? Gold. Here, around 11 to 12 trillion. That is where we are with gold. That is our next target. And after gold, it will be the red circle over there, real estate. That's around 80 trillion, or maybe even 100 trillion nowadays. So yes, Bitcoin is growing slowly, but steadily breaking all the market caps of all those things that you trusted so hard in the last couple of decades. Silver and diamonds are already broken. Gold soon will be broken. Real estate can take 2 more bull market cycles before we break that, of course. Very interesting charts. I hope you really enjoyed those charts. Yes, short term always had volatility, but we can see that we had a beautiful monthly close again. Opening April today, the 1st of April. This month will be the month of the halving. The halving will take place around the 20th of April. From that moment, the newly mined Bitcoins will drop to 450 Bitcoins a day from 900 Bitcoins a day today. So that's a huge difference. The supply is decreasing. The demand is increasing. This will lead into a supply shock, and a supply shock will lead to the increase of in price. So I expect the next 18 months be explosive for Bitcoin. The top will be somewhere in September to December 2025. But that doesn't mean that between now, April and December of 2024, we can see a beautiful run already to 100K. So amazing months ahead. Let's jump into the trading tip. When it comes to trading, guys, I have one very important advice, and the advice is patience. Always have patience. Wait for the perfect trading setup. Look at the charts. Analyze the charts. Do your TA. And when your TA tells you that the setup is not yet there to do that or enter a trade, then please wait. Be patient. Wait for the market to come to you. When the market comes to you, that is when you open the trade. You're not going to hunt for the market, because that will always lead to losses. Be patient. It's the most important trading tip I can give you. Always be patient, and you will make some losses. Just keep chill. Be patient. There will be time that we will make profits, and when you will make those profits, it's very important that those profits are bigger than your losses. Patience is the #1 rule on trading. Never FOMO into a trade. Before I jump into the travel tip today, guys, I'm going to show you how much snow has fallen in the last 48 hours. It's massive amount. Like, check my window. I'm going to turn my camera. Let's see, it's still filming. Yeah. So now you see, this is my window. So it's like, this is one iPhone. It's 15 centimeters. So if I put on 2 iPhones, it's 30 centimeters of snow. Look outside. It's really windy. Sometimes you get these wind hose that like blows the snow all over the place. It looks really beautiful, and the clouds are finally disappearing. So tomorrow will be a beautiful ski day, but today it was freezing cold. But now let's jump into the travel tip. This month of April, I will share 30 Bitcoin travel related trips. So for all the Bitcoiners out there that travel with Bitcoin, every day will be a Bitcoin travel tip. The first travel tip is, please always research which areas of the world have Bitcoin adoption, and focus on those areas first. It's way more easy than creating your own adoption around you. So for example, if you go to Mexico, go to Playa del Carmen or Tulum. Huge crypto communities, a lot of meetups, a lot of crypto-minded people, and also a lot of events where you can go and be educated or educate others in crypto. If you go to Thailand, Phuket, Koh Phangan, two beautiful crypto islands, crypto-minded people, a lot of influencers, also a lot of builders over there. So visit one of these islands. There's always meetups, always events happening over there. If you don't want to go too far away and want to stay in Europe, then for example, go to Portugal, a huge crypto community in Lagos, of course, around Bam Bam Beach. You can go into Spain, you can buy cars, houses, and way more with Bitcoins in Spain. A lot of Bitcoin ATMs, even a Bitcoin ATM here in the ski village, as you can see over here. So Spain also huge Bitcoin adoption. Italy, Rovereto, one of my favorite beautiful places in Italy that has 40 shops accepting Bitcoin. We can go to Slovenia, Ljubljana, more than 400 shops that are accepting Bitcoin over there already since 2018. Of course, Switzerland on top of the list. If you go to Zug, Crypto Valley, there's a lot of crypto companies, a lot of crypto people, a lot of crypto events. Also in Zurich, there is adoption in Bitcoin. You can even get Bitcoins out of the train machine. Where you normally buy your train ticket, you can buy Bitcoins over there in Switzerland. So in Europe, there's also a lot of Bitcoin adoption, but you just need to focus on those areas to meet all those people. You will find a lot of Facebook groups, Telegram groups, where you can meet those people already online, and then you ask them, where is the best place to stay in the city? Where's the best place to stay in Portugal? And then you just connect with those people that are living there, and together you spread the word of Bitcoin. It becomes bigger and bigger and bigger. Of course, there's many countries, El Salvador, you can go to Argentina, you can go to Brazil, you can go all over the world, guys. Bitcoin is already everywhere. But this month, 30 beautiful travel tips about Bitcoin and traveling, and this was the first. Answering a question of one of the followers, of many followers, because in the last video I said, do not stake in the bear market. What I meant to say, because I did make a mistake, do not stake all those tokens other than stablecoins in the bear market. Those projects have a chance of not surviving. Stablecoin staking is always safe. I'm also, for example, staking Apex token or other tokens. These tokens, I will quit staking them in the bear market. Yes, I will be staking stablecoins, USDT, DAI or USDC, completely safe to stake them. Even there is of course always the risk that the third party where you stake your stablecoins can go bankrupt. Just look back in time, Celsius, bankrupt. Everybody lost their money, at least access to their money for a couple of years or months. Maybe they will be receiving back their access, but we don't know yet. So in the bear market, there's the biggest risk of these companies to go bankrupt because the liquidity is coming down. They still have the same cost because they don't want to fire people and all that stuff. And that is when those companies come into problems. So it's not USDT, DAI or USDC that has a problem. It's a company that offers you the staking that can have a problem. So again, to be clear, I was referring to all the other tokens, altcoins that you can stake. Those in the bear markets, never do it. Stable coins in the bear market, you can do it, but it's still safer to stake to stable coins in the bull market. The news is very positive news. Friday I made a video. This is gonna be a very important weekend for Bitcoin, and it was. Because on Friday, it was the biggest quarterly option expiry in whole Bitcoin's history. We had never seen such a big option expiry, so that could have influenced the price. It didn't. Bitcoin is still trading at 69,000 US dollar. 69, beautiful number of course for all the gentlemen and ladies out there, but 69K, while $9 billion worth of Bitcoin options expired on Friday. That is how strong Bitcoin at the moment is. It's just a shitload of demand at the moment, and all the dips that we want to make are being bought up by the spot ETF, by the retails, by the governments, by the banks. Everyone is buying Bitcoin. The buying pressure is tremendously. We haven't seen this big buying pressure ever before. Even the expiry, the biggest option quarterly, couldn't influence the Bitcoin price. That is very positive news, guys, and that is an indication to me that pre-halving dump is not going to be there anymore. That was the one event that I was afraid of, that could create a pre-halving dump. That pre-halving dump, I don't think it will happen in the next 3 weeks. I think we will go a little bit higher, be around 70K during that halving, and maybe after that halving get a little dump back to 60K, and then continue that amazing bull market all the way in 2025, somewhere to September, where I expect the top. these next 18 months are going to be a lot of fun if you listen to me in the last 18 months and bought a shitload of Bitcoins. You're going to make a shitload of profits, and you can do a shitload of nice things with that profit in the next couple of months, guys. But please, guys, hodl, hodl, hodl until the indicators tell us that the moment of the top is near. Till that moment, don't buy your house too soon. Don't buy that Lamborghini too soon. Don't buy that all luxury stuff too soon. Not your engagement rings or whatever you want to buy for your wife. Don't do it too soon. Please wait till Bitcoin goes nicely above that 100K and then start to live a little bit more generous and live a little more luxury and spend a little bit more Bitcoins, because it will hurt a little bit less around 100K than it does around 70K. If hurting even is a word, still around 70K, right? It's like most people bought around 16K, so you're all times 4 already, guys. So that was the news for today. Even the biggest quarterly option expiry couldn't influence the Bitcoin price. We are still around 69K. Damn. And of course, we are ending the video with an inspirational quote. This quote I'm using because one of the followers commented down below the video to use this quote. I'm going to use this quote. You need to be the change that you want to see in the world. You can't expect from everyone and around you that they will change the world in the way that you want to see the world. If you want to see the world in a certain way, you need to be that change. My wife and I wanted to see the world to be in a different way. We didn't want centralized control. We didn't want all that brainwashing of our children. The only thing we could do is be that change. We needed to change. We can be complaining every day and talking to our neighbors and our friends and our colleagues every day. Oh, it's not nice what the politicians are doing. Oh, it's not good what they are doing. Oh, it's not good what they are doing. And we can sit back and wait for all those friends, family, colleagues to try and change that world for us, but that won't happen that way. You need to be the change that you want to see the world to be. So the only thing that you need to do is sit down, realize what is exactly your goal in life, what do you want to achieve, what kind of life do you want to have, what kind of life do you want for the future for your children, and if you write that down on paper, and that is a complete different life than the one that you're living at the moment, and that you wish that other people all will have in the future, you need to lead by example. You need to be the change that the world needs to be. And then when you will be that change that the world needs to be, all the other people, they will see that you got the balls to change your life. And when you change your life, they will be able to maybe copy that from you. Because you can't change everyone. The only person that you can change is yourself. And if you want the world to be a better place, you need to be that better place. You need to start changing yourself, your family, and all the stuff that you're doing as a family. If you want to escape the hamster wheel, you can't depend on others. You need to break that hamster wheel. You need to jump out of the hamster wheel and keep running in the right direction that you want to be running. And maybe other people will follow you, and maybe that is how we collectively can change the world into a better place. Not into centralized social credit system where we are being full control with cameras and everything, but a freedom future for you, me, the children, and our children's children, and all the other generations. That is the future we want to see. And if I want to see that future, together with my wife and my kids, we need to be that future. And that is why we are living this lifestyle. We don't want to depend on those centralized entities that don't have the best for us. We want to depend on a decentralized future where we as the people determine how we raise our kids. Freedom of speech, freedom of money, freedom of anything in your life. That is the future I want to see for my children. And if I want to see that future, I can't be sitting on the couch every day watching Netflix and not do anything to change that. Because if we are honest, and if we are looking at what is happening out there in the world, that is going in a complete different direction that we as a family would love to see. It is going to go to the World Economic Forum direction of Mr. Klaus Schwab, centralized, central bank's digital currency. If you curse, we will freeze your bank account. If you don't do a vaccination, we will freeze your bank account. If you don't wear a face mask, you cannot enter a restaurant. That world is not my future world. That's not the world I am dreaming of. And that's not the world I want to leave behind for my children. And I cannot wait for you guys and other people to change the world for another place. I need to be that change myself. That's why we took that drastic change in life. We want to fight for freedom. And we do it in our way. I'm not saying that's the best way. It's just a little bit different, but I think it's a better way than doing nothing. So for me, a very important quote: you need to be the change that you want to see in the world. That was everything for today, guys. I hope you really enjoyed today's video. If you did enjoy the video, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends and family, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, and leave a comment. What did you think about the charts, the tips, the travel advice, and everything else I spoke about in this video? I wish you an amazing Monday and a beautiful week, the first week of April, another 20 days before the halving. Amazing times ahead. See you tomorrow again. Bam!